happens when you get too cocky.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Christina and thank you guys so much for watching. So as you guys can tell by my thumbnail, I'm gonna be using a ton of brand new products today. One of them being the Naked Urban Decay Honey Palette, the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, the Juvia's Place Concealer, the Benefit Cosmetics Cookie Highlight. I'm also gonna be using, I just lost it, oh where'd it go, here it is, the It Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara, and just like a bunch of other stuff that would take forever to list. But if you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Priming my eyes with the P. Louise base. This is shade 2 in Rumor. If you guys have seen this on like YouTube and social media and whatnot, and you've been on the fence about getting it, I highly recommend that you do get your hands on this. It is a really good base. I've been using it for like a year now, and on top of that, it's gonna be easily more accessible now because I believe like right now, it's at the 26th. Today, as I'm filming, it's the 26th. Morphe is gonna start carrying it in store and online, so it's gonna be more accessible to you guys if you didn't want to buy from them like internationally before, or if you wanted to kind of like see the product in store for yourself before you buy. So just putting that out there for you guys. Alright, so I'm using the Naked Honey Palette today. I'm so excited to finally get this and try it out. And here it is. A lot of like beautiful honey toned neutrals, hence the name. I love it. I'm so excited to try it. Very fall. So I'm not quite sure what look I'm going for yet, but I'm gonna start with Swarm. I drank way too much coffee today, and now my hands are really jittery, so I don't know how well this look is gonna turn out. We shall see. We shall see. I'm gonna go in with Keeper next. So obviously I aim my mirror at one eye at a time, but literally I drank so much coffee that I'm so jittery and my head is just like throbbing, and so now I see like 4 of my eyes in this mirror. I'm literally going insane right now. Just gonna grab Drip and I'm gonna pop it in my crease with this GS 12 brush from Morphe x Jeffree Star. I really love this brush for working right in this area right here, because it doesn't spread the shadow too far. It just kind of keeps it centered straight in this groove where my eyeball socket is. So it looks like, so it can help me give that look of having deeper set eyes. If a brush is like too big and fluffy, it's gonna disperse the shadow like too much like everywhere. I want it just concentrated like right here, so. Okay, I'm gonna pick up Sting with a JS10 from the Morphe x Jeffree Star, and I'm going to kind of like slant it because I've been into making my eyeshadow like cat shaped lately, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't really like doing winged liner. I don't feel like that looks flattering on me and my eye shape, but the shadow being cat shaped, I feel like it is. I'm gonna grab the same JS12 brush from earlier and just blend this packed on Sting, just so it doesn't look all funky like this. So I've been seeing honey used a lot from influencers who already got this palette in PR, so I don't want to use it just because you guys have probably seen it everywhere. So I think I'm gonna do, I want to use HBIC. But I feel like it might look too monochromatic, so I think I'm gonna use maybe Golden instead, just so it'll kind of stand out more. I'm gonna cut my crease with my base. So I'm done cutting my crease, and as you guys can see, like at the end I kind of slanted it so it's kind of catty, and then I'm gonna repack on Sting so it's also kind of like hugging it in a V-like shape, so you guys can kind of see what I'm going for. Do you see what I mean by catty? Like I wanted to kind of like hug it. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of like Jeffree Star brushes from the Morphe x Jeffree Star collab. This is the JS11. I actually really enjoy this. as like a blunt packer. I really actually like the brushes more than I thought I would, so they're really nice. I'm just gonna put it in the center first. Ooh. Okay, so I put golden right in the center, right there. And after seeing, I just wanted to see how it would look on my eye. And after seeing that, I've been inspired. I'm gonna grab the shade Queen, and I'm gonna just put it right where the cat shape part is. Just like hug that like V area right here. And then the rest will be golden. I'm gonna grab this like tiny ass little brush to use to put Queen on there. I love this Queen shade. It's like a nice like golden olive. That's really different. I haven't seen this shade around town in other palettes, so I enjoy this. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab golden. Not that you guys care, but I'm currently listening to Stephanie Sue. She's like a mukbanger, and her fiance are doing like the nuclear chip challenge or whatever. So apparently it's like one bag of chips. Wait, a bag. One chip in a bag. Like singular, just one chip in a bag, and then it's like a nuclear chip challenge. So that chip, that one chip in that one bag is supposed to make you like go to the bathroom, throw up, like snot's gonna come out, like you're gonna start tearing up. It's supposed to be like the spiciest chip in the world. It's supposed to just like basically annihilate you. And they were like, nah, we got this, we eat spicy all the time. And right now I'm listening to them like freak out. They're running to the bathroom, like, you know, snot's running down their face and everything, and it's like hilarious. In like the situation is hilarious. Like I'm not laughing at their suffering, but I'm laughing just at the challenge, I guess. And it just makes me think, like, leave in the comments, do you think I'm twisted? But my boyfriend literally drives me bananas, okay? And he's one of those people that's like so good with like twisting words, like in arguments. You can never win against him. Like even if it's his fault, even if you're right, you will never ever freaking win. So I just like, I can just never win against him. So sometimes I just want to like give him a taste of his own medicine. Do you know what I mean? So I can't do that with words, but what if I bought this bag of chips, bought this bag of, how do I even phrase that? What if I buy this chip in a bag and give it to him and not tell him what it is? Like, I'll just be like, hey, do you want my chip? This is like the last one. Do you want it? And he'll eat it. And then that's gonna happen to him. Like, do you guys think I'm twisted, or would you do it too? Leave it down in the comments. But if you don't have a boyfriend, don't be judging me. But if you have one and he drives you bananas, leave in the comments, tell me, would you do the same? Would you do the same? Alright, so I'm done. I'm going to do the brow bone color, and I'm going to use Flyby. It has some shimmers in it, so I'm curious to see how it looks on the brow bone. So we'll find out right now. Not too shimmery, not too matte, so I like it. I cannot stand my hair being in my face any longer, so just ignore my clips, okay? Don't come for me. I'm going to use the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat primer. Looks like it has a lot of like luminescent, iridescent flecks, golden flecks in it. It has like a silicone-y feel because it's a blurring primer. So usually anything that says like blurring or pore filling, usually most likely will have that silicone-y feel because it has silicone in it. So it definitely has that feel right now. So time for foundation. I'm going to be using the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I am in the shades 1 and 2.25. They're both a cool peach undertone. I always look for like pink, peach, red undertones because those brighten up my skin. And I always like to mix my foundations just because I find that it works the best. If you get lighter, if you get darker, then you could just mix lighter or darker to go with that. And even if there's like a large shade range like Fenty, for example, like even if they have a huge shade range, I still like to mix just because sometimes it could be just like a hair too light and a hair too dark, and it's just perfect if you get to mix them. So that's why I always usually have 2. And I'm gonna tell you guys this before I start working because I have to move quick with this one. I cannot talk to you while I do this. Ooh, I just noticed that this is 24 months shelf life. Usually foundations only have a 1-year shelf life. This one has 2. That's good. Anyways, as I was gonna say, this foundation dries down super quick. So the way I like to apply foundation is I usually like to mix it on my hand because I use 2 shades, and then I'll just like apply it with my finger, and then I'll just blend it out with the beauty blender. The problem is this dries down so quick that, let's say I swiped it right here, right? It literally will dry down and then you can't blend it out. Like it'll just stay a straight line. Like you can't blend it out. The only way to blend it out or cover it up is to add more foundation on top of it, but you cannot actually blend that foundation out. It just dries down so freaking quick. So the first time I used this, I had to use way more foundation than necessary because certain areas dried down and I couldn't blend it out. And the second time, I just tried to work faster and it still dried down too fast. So this time, I'm going to work in sections of my face. So here we go. Do you see how I can't blend it? Do you see how it's drying out so fast? Right there. Do you see that? It's not letting me blend. No. No. Oh my god, no. No, the bottom of my face worked out so well. Okay, see? So this is what I mean by it dries down super quick. So do you see that area right there? Do you see that? So it won't let me blend it out. Do you see what I mean? Like as hard as I try, it's not gonna blend out. So the only thing I can do is put more foundation on top of it. So that's why I recommend that you work sections of your face at a time. So do you see how like you have to, the only way to make it blend is to add more foundation. So you could end up using way more foundation than you bargained for if you don't work fast enough, because it's the only way. Okay, so I wanted to talk while I did my foundation, but since it was very time sensitive, I couldn't. But I just wanted to stop and talk about the foundation real quick. So I absolutely love this foundation. Besides the fact that it's very time sensitive, it's a really amazing foundation. It's very, as you can see, the finish is not natural. It's very plastic doll vibes, which I'm all for. It's very matte, it's very plastic doll. It's very something Jeffree Star would love if you guys are fans of his. This is definitely something I feel like he would love. It does last 24 hours. Like it is amazing. I have tried it and it lasts for forever. This is so great if you have long shifts or if you're gonna be in a really humid area and stuff like that, or hot area. This withstands like heat, it withstands time, and it withstands every skin type, because I have normal to dry skin depending on how much water I drink, and it's fine on me. It's not like flaky or dry or anything like that. So this is the foundation that I really feel like is actually good for all skin types. I've had literally every skin type under the sun. I've had really oily, like when I say really oily, I'm talking about like when you hit puberty oily, when it was like just like dripping like grease, like that type of oily. I've had oily combo, and then I've had combo dry, and just I've had every single skin type, is what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm telling you, every one of my skin types would have loved this, because I have normal to dry. Imagine what oily skin people would feel about this, because this is amazing, because it's so hard to find stuff that won't melt off your face, especially if you're going to wear it for a long period of time. So I'm telling you, if you have oily skin, this is great for you. If you have any type of skin, this is great for you, okay? This is freaking amazing. Usually if you look at foundations, they're all gonna say suitable for all skin types. They rarely tell you that it's specifically more for oily, more for dry, or whatever, because I'm sure they don't want to lose out on customers. Like let's say if you have dry skin and says, oh, this is more for oily, obviously you're not gonna try it. So obviously they don't want to say that it's not for everyone, but this one literally is for all skin types. So I truly love this, just saying. So, and also if you have acne or if you have a breakout, I feel like it's really great to use, which is why I'm using it right now, because I have like a hormonal breakout from my dot coming soon. I really love it because blemishes, I can't finesse with them. I don't know how other people do it, but you have to have some sort of wizardry to make it work. But usually I find that blemishes are so hard to cover up because they're so smooth, they're not very porous, so they repel foundation and concealer. So no matter how much you put on, it'll just like go around it, but the blemish won't actually absorb it. Or if it does cover it up, it will eventually oxidize. Does that make sense? Like, let's say the foundation does cover up or the concealer does cover up the blemish. After you set it, after you're done, whatever, 15 minutes later, you're gonna be like, what? It oxidizes. Like, the pimple that's like red turns like brown and dark and looks like a dark spot because it oxidized in that one place where the blemish is. I hate that. This doesn't happen. So I love this. This is just, it makes my life so much easier whenever I have a blemish. So just putting that out there for you guys. Hopefully that was short and quick to the point. Okay, next up, I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place concealer. I'm gonna use the darker one. Yes, the darker one first to cover up like this. I have some freckles and hyperpigmentation right here, and I'm going to use this one to brighten up afterwards. Anyways, this foundation is goes a long way, by the way. So don't use everything that's on the doe foot. Just scrape some off because literally a little bit goes a long way. But I haven't been shocked by concealer in a really long time. Like, there's tons of great concealers out there. Tons. But after I used this one, I don't know, just like the finish of it and how it blends and its coverage, it's just like, I freaking love it. Like, do you guys see this? Like, what do I have to tell you guys? Like, I think it speaks for itself. Can you guys hear my dog? He hates being in this room. I don't know why, but he just like, he truly hates it. It's so funny. Just love this concealer so much. Just the way that it just feels on your skin, like it feels so lightweight. It's creamy, but it's not heavy. It's full coverage, but it's not like, usually anything that's full coverage is really creamy and thick. This is not. It's just like creamy and buttery, and it's light on the skin. It has such a nice luminous finish, and usually things that are full coverage are rarely luminous, so I really like that. It just blends into the skin so well. It just like sinks in. I freaking love it so much. Also, a side note about this concealer, it is also like the foundation in the sense that it's really great at covering up blemishes. I had like a crazy one the other day and I wasn't expecting to cover it up. I was expecting it to just like repel the concealer and it would just kind of be there, but no, it actually covered up the blemish. The blemish didn't like repel it and it didn't oxidize, so I really love this. Oh, I finally found my freaking silk scrunchie. I've been looking for this forever. Yay! Okay, anyways, I'm going to contour with the Kat Von D Shade and Light cream contour, and then I'm gonna set it with the powder contour. Oh yeah, something that I forgot to mention earlier was I feel like when you use this Smashbox foundation, because it is so super matte, I feel like it would look aesthetically more appealing if you used a more luminous concealer like the Juvia's Place one that I used, or just any, you know, luminous concealer. I wouldn't want to do like matte on matte complexion because it would just look too matte, because I did try that and I looked like I looked so matte. It was just, I looked like paper. It was so weird. I'm gonna mix Khaki and Toasty by Kylie Cosmetics for my contour. So this is a Makeup Forever blush. This is shade B110. It's a very light blush, and I'm gonna mix it with Baddie on the Block by Kylie. I'm gonna use the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder for under my eyes. Use this in a hot minute. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty setting powder in Pound Cake. I love that name. I love this powder, especially the way it smells, but I hate that it has that stupid net thing, so it makes grabbing product too hard for me. I get hella greasy right above my brows, so I always have to set that. Use the Milk Blur and Set powder to cut my cheeks or carve my cheeks, whatever it's called. So while all this is baking away, I'm gonna go back into the Honey palette and just grab every matte that I used on my lid, and I'm just gonna smoke out my lower lash line. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention about the foundation is I feel like it's really great for all those people who don't like to set their face, or if they don't like powder in general, because I mean, if you can tell, I really like powder. I like how it makes my face look more just like poreless, and I just like the look. But I know there's a lot of people who don't like to use powder, don't like to set their face, and I feel like this foundation is perfect for them because it is so, like, as you saw how quickly it dried, and it's so mattifying, and it's just so dry. It's not tacky or moist on the skin or anything like that. I'm gonna grab this Kat Von D contour shade. I believe it's the shade Spice or Sombre. I know the names of the cream and the powder is Spice and Sombre. I just don't know which one's which. Hello, I suddenly have a nose job. So I'm gonna use Cookie by Benefit. This is my first time using it. It looks so pretty though. Look at that. So nice. I've never used it before, or any Benefit highlighter before, so I'm curious to see how this will look on the skin. Ooh, okay. Hello. I love this so much. Oh my god, this is one of my new faves. I'm so excited. I bought another shade by Benefit, Tickle, as well, so I'm excited to try that now as well. This is like really beaming, but not too beaming that it looks like too crazy. It's still like, I don't know. It's in between natural and in between super beaming, depending on how much you put on, but I love that. Since my face is really matte, I'm gonna use the Dewy Set by Anastasia, because the last time I used what I usually use, which is the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and my face stayed so matte all day. Like it was a little bit too matte, so I want to look slightly luminous, like slightly luminous, so I'm gonna use this Dewy Set. I always either get too much in one area or I just like miss my face completely. It's just so hard for me. I don't know why. And after this, I'm gonna just line my eyes and put on my mascara and lashes. I always do this after setting spray because I obviously don't want, as I'm going crazy with all my setting sprays, I don't want it to make the eyeliner and mascara run, which it did before, and I learned my lesson. So I shall be right back. So it's really hard for me to find a good mascara. And to me, a good mascara is just a mascara that will hold my curl, because my lashes are stick straight and they point downwards. So it's really important for me to find a mascara that will hold the curl, just so that when I wear fake lashes, you don't see like the fake lash going like this and then like my normal lash like this. So it's gonna be like that. So today I'm gonna try this mascara, which I will show you in a second because I need to put this on my lash before it droops. This is the Lash Blowout. It looks literally like a blowout comb. So it's by It Cosmetics. Oh no, I can already tell it's not gonna hold my curl because my lash is already going down. It's probably too heavy. So it's on this eye, and as you can see, my lashes usually go down like this. Now they're just like this. This one is actually like slightly tilted up, and it's the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. So I guess this mascara goes in the no pile. Darn. It's not great for holding my curl, but it's really good for my lower lashes. I like that the wand is really tiny because I have really fine lower lashes. So if the wand is really big, it's hard for me to really get in there. So I like it, and you can actually see my lower lashes. Usually you can't, so that's a plus. And usually I have to use lash primer, and I didn't today, so I like. While my lash glue is drying, I'm gonna use Nude by LA Girl lip liner. I'm not gonna line my lips with it, I'm just gonna fill my lips with it. So it's like a completely like bare base. So whatever lip product I use will have like its like true lip color. I mean lipstick product color, as opposed to like with my lip color like in the mix. I think I'm gonna go for like a brownish nude lip. This is Bare by LA Girl as well. I'm gonna line my lips with this. This is Forever by Dose of Colors and the Minnie Mouse collection. I'm just gonna warm it up on my finger. I love this color, but I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss just because my lips are super dry right now, and gloss does a good job of hiding that. So this is also from the Dose of Colors and ooh, Minnie Mouse collection. I'm just gonna dab a little bit in the center. This is the shade Rockin'. Okay, so we are done. I love the way this look turned out. Leave it down in the comments below what you guys think. If you guys want to see any more looks from this particular palette, let me know. So have a great night, you guys. Bye. Wait, hold on, before you guys go anywhere, I have come back 6 hours later. I wish I had that SpongeBob thing 6 hours later, but I don't. But anyways, this is 6 hours later. I didn't intend to do a wear test, but since I'm here, I'm gonna do it for you guys. So this is 6 hours after I last saw you a couple seconds ago. And as you can see, my face literally like my lips. Okay, look at that. My lips definitely did not hold up, but my face held up. Like, do you guys see do you see sweat? Do you see oil? Like, none of my foundation is breaking down at all. Usually, like, it starts to break down here the most, like this central area. Nothing's breaking down. No oils are peeking through, no sweat, nothing. It's freaking amazing. My skin still looks like super poreless, super, like, amazing. I love it. So if you guys work long shifts or you wear your makeup for a long time, I highly recommend this. And on top of that, remember I used a dewy setting spray. Usually whenever I use this specific one, the dewy set, because it gives you a dewy set, since you're already dewy, once your oil and your sweat gets mixed in with this after a couple hours, then you go from dewy to oily looking very quickly. But because this foundation just is so freaking amazing, it didn't happen. So I love the way my skin looks. I love the finish of it. I liked how it lasted. I mean, this is just 6 hours in and it didn't even break down like at all. Usually it'll settle into my fine lines right here too. I have like really fine smile lines and it's not settling in at all. It usually gets funky around the crevice and it's totally fine. So I absolutely love it. Look how everything lasted. My skin looks totally great. I love this freaking highlighter so much. It's like, I hate it when you put on highlighter and you can't tell that you have any highlight on. So this is like enough that you can see it, but it's not so beaming that it's like super crazy. And I love that. And then like the Juvia's Place concealer lasted so well. Like, look at the creasing. What creasing? What creasing? Like, there's none. Like, do you see that? Nothing. Like, it's amazing. So everything held up super well. And I originally got this mascara because I was hoping it would hold the volume to my lashes. As you guys could tell earlier, it didn't, but I really like how thickening and volumizing it is because my bottom lashes are super, super fine, like super, super fine. Usually when I put mascara on, you can't even tell that I have any mascara on. I would have to put on like 2 coats of primer and then a mascara. This one is just the mascara itself, no primer, and you could totally see that I have similar lashes. I mean, it's not crazy gorgeous or anything, but you could still, like, you could see that I have lashes. So I really like that. So I'm definitely going to keep using it for that purpose. So I love this mascara. Not what I intended to buy it for, but I ended up really loving it for something else. So that's nice that I can take like primer out of my routine, or maybe if I put primer on, it'll look even more like thick. So I'm really excited. And it doesn't flake. Like, usually bottom lash will like kind of flake because you're like blinking, or it'll like, since your bottom lashes are like touching your skin, eventually the heat from your skin is going to melt the mascara even if it's waterproof, and this one didn't even start to melt yet. No flaking, no melting. Like, my liner in my inner corner obviously didn't do too well, but the mascara, it looks really nice. So I have no complaints about any of the makeup that I used today. It's so amazing. I love the palette, I love the highlighter, I love the lashes, I love the concealer, I love the foundation. Everything was freaking awesome. So I highly suggest all of these products to you guys. So with that being said, good night for real this time. Bye, guys.